Hello, this is Rich. In this tutorial, you're going to learn how C++ can access the Lua properties of your entity. So let's get started. First, make sure that all the tables and the variables inside the tables have a comma at the end and not a semicolon. There we go. Make sure you save your file. And now let's get to it. So on our post init, we hard-coded the model path, but now we have this coming from Lua, so we can dynamically change it while we're in the editor. Pretty cool. So let's get to it. First of all, we want to tell our entity to get it script table, the Lua script. So we do this by telling our p-entity to get its script table. Now this returns an I script table, and this corresponds to the entity's name table. So the proximity mine equals table in Lua. So I script table. Now I'm going to call this p self table. Now we're going to tell this table to get a subtable. So we're going to get the visual table that we made in Lua. So in order to do that, we're going to have to make a script value any variable and call it visual table. And then we're going to tell our self table, so p self table, to get a value any. Get value any. The first parameter is the value you want to get. Well, the table was called visual, so that's what we want to get. We want to store it in our script any value, which will hold any value in Lua. Visual table. There we go. Then we want to tell the visual table, so visual table dot, but not a number, not a string, but a table, to get a value, any. And we want to get the object underscore model variable that's in the visual table. And we're going to store that into a script value any. We're going to call it model path. Model path gets value any. There we go. Now that we got the value from Lua, we're going to tell it to load our model from the model path. And this value was a string, so we want to get the str, the string. There we go. Now our entity will load whatever path is inside of our object model variable. Beautiful. Now, it's important to note that the script tables here, in Lua, are not the file. In fact, CryEngine, when it's loaded, copies the data from the Lua table into memory. And this is what we're modifying. So when we modify values in the rollup bar or through code, we're actually modifying the memory copy, not the actual file. So we're modifying the runtime version. So now that inside the self table is not the visual table. Inside the self table is the properties table. So we're going to make another script any value and name it props table. There we go. Then we're going to tell the p self table to get value any, and we want to get the properties table. Store that into the props table. Then we're going to tell the props table to get the visual table. Props table dot table. Get value. Then we're going to tell the visual table to get its variable object model. Beautiful. Now let's go to the update every frame to get the distance. So instead of 1 hard coding, we're going to get it through the rollup bar, Lua. So we're going to tell the p entity to get its script table, and we're going to store this into an auto variable so we can save on typing. P self table. We're going to make a script any value and name it the props table. And we're going to tell the p self table to get value any, and we want to get the detonation table. No, we don't. We want to get the properties table. Beautiful. Now we'll make another script any value, and we're going to make the detonation table. Now we're going to tell the props table dot table to get value any. You want to get the detonation table. Store that into the det. Now we'll make another script value any, and we're going to name this detonation radius. And then we're going to tell the detonation table dot table to get value any. We want to get the F radius variable and store it into detonation radius. Then instead of this hard-coded 1, we can use detonation radius number. There we go. Everything is dynamic. I hope you learned a lot in this lesson and how to access the Lua properties from C++. In the next text, we're going to actually look at how we can change those properties and see the results. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed.